And I always say, successful people make successful decisions. Broke people make broke decisions. And if you have broke friends who are not here, don't be surprised, because they make broke decisions. I mean, I always talk to the people about this business, and you hear a lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. One guy said, I'm very busy. I can't do this. I'm very busy. I said, okay, that's okay. I understand. So I could help you with your contact. I have a lot of free time. He said, yeah, but I don't have any money. I said, wait a minute, you just told me you're busy. Now you don't have any money. Where is the common sense here? What do you do busy? You work for charities? No, I have a job. Oh, okay, so what does this job do? Explain to me. I don't know much about jobs. He said, well, they pay me, but you have to understand things are tight. I said, really? He said, what do you mean by tight? He said, well, I have a lot of bills. I said, that's good. You have a lot of friends. He said, what do you mean? I said, but why all your friends named Bill? He said, no, you misunderstood me. I mean, I have a lot of bills, and you have to understand I have a monkey on my back. I said, I don't see any monkey. Let me help you to get the monkey. Where is the monkey? He said, I got to get my ducks in a row. I said, wait a minute. Do we have a zoo here? No, you have to understand, I have to tie up some loose ends. I said, do you need a screwdriver? No, you don't understand, things are really difficult. I said, you're making it difficult. You have ducks, you have monkeys, you have loose ends, or whatever it is. I said, I'm getting you, he said. I know what you mean. So why don't you do it? He said, well, I'm sitting on the fence. I said, be careful, you're going to scratch your butt. He said, no. Let me kick the tire first. And this guy is creating his own illusion. He's creating his own, he's in the zoo business now. He's carrying ducks. He's carrying monkeys. He's carrying robes with end losers. He's carrying loose ends. He's carrying everything in his mind. And then after all of this, he want to sit on the fence with all the monkeys on his back, all the ducks all over him, and kick tires. And then he say, my plate is full. And we just had lunch and he just finished his plate. So if you spent all your life worrying about ducks, worrying about monkeys, worrying about all of these things. One guy I talked to, he said, you know what, you're really good. I can't convince people like you convince. I can't do this. He was a doctor. I said to him, I believe you. I'm not going to argue with you. But I want you to tell me, why can't you convince? He said, because this and this and this and this. I said, stop. You just convinced me. You cannot convince. So why do you use your energy in the wrong convincing side, in the negative side? Why don't you use it in the positive side? This is only an opportunity. You could walk out just like you came here without this opportunity. But I want to ask you a question. I want you to answer yourself. In the last 5 years of your life, You made a lot of decisions. And the result, we're sitting all here. Whatever your results are. If you're happy with them, if you have everything you need and want in life, then I'm happy for you. But the reality is, there are not too many people are happy today, or even before. People who have money have no time. People who have time have no money. And people who have no money and time are in a deep, 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 deep problem. I mean, if you don't have no time, no money, like this guy, I'm too busy, I don't have money, he's too busy being broke. He keep doing the same thing every day. He goes to a job or a business or whatever every day, going in the same direction, hitting his head in the wall and bleed. And the next day, he go back and he said, the bleeding is not going to be the same this time. I'm going to go bleed this side. But I'm going to still go this direction because that's all I know. I say, hey, why don't you change your direction so you don't bleed? No, I want to keep bleeding because that's all I know. I'm going to go this way. And people make decisions based on what they know, even if it's bad. They're afraid to change. People make decisions based on two factors, fear and doubt. Fear and doubt. What if I lose my money? What if you make $1 million? See, people always think negative. People do things based on what if I lose, what if something happened to me, what if, and they think of all the negative instead of thinking of the positive. And if you don't see this opportunity, it's up to you, but I'm going to give you this example. When I came to this country, I went to college, and I wanted a car. So I went to this dealership, and this gentleman came to me with his suit and tie, and he said, I have the perfect car for you. And this car has an air condition, sunroof, low mileage. It's the best car we have here. It's for you. I said, great. How much? I bought it. I'm driving. I go there, and my friend tells me, what do you do? I said, this is a nice car. He said, this is a Pinto. I said, really? It's a Pinto. So I kept driving a Pinto because somebody made a decision for me to buy a Pinto. So I drive the Pinto every day from my home to school. On the highway, every time I see Pintos go by, I never miss them. I knew the Pinto, the red one with the bad muffler. I know the green one with the old lady. I mean, I knew all the Pintos. I challenged every Pinto if I could, to go by, and I always give them. I give them Pinto, who's in it, everything. When I finished, started a business, I bought a Mercedes. So I bought a Mercedes, I drive a Mercedes. I didn't see Pintos anymore. They disappeared. All I saw Mercedes. Now, where do you think these Mercedes were when I was sitting in a box of Pinto? Do you think they were hiding? Oh, the Pinto is coming here. Let us hide. Because I only wanted to see a Pinto. Now, when you drive a Mercedes, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Corporate America give you a job. And they keep you hooked on the benefit, on the job. And those few people who want to escape the system and escape the job, they go and say, we want to leave. We don't want jobs anymore. Corporate America invented a system for them. The system is, we sell you a job for $1 million. We sell you a job for $2 million. This job called franchise. You buy your own franchise, you work for us, but you have to pay us $1 million or $2 million for it. And then your business on you, you don't own your business. So what's the option here? You need to compare between this and other business opportunities. You need to compare between this and other companies. Here, for $400, you have your own business. If you don't have $400, I want to ask you a question. You don't have to answer. You know who you are, somewhere sitting there. I don't want to say the name. I'm just kidding. But if you don't have 400, what other option do you have? What you going to do? I mean, I hear people, I say, well, I can't do this. I say, you need this more than the people who have the $400. I mean, what other option do you have? You don't have $400. What are you going to do to get $400? Keep staying broke, doing the same thing, getting the same result. A lot of people here are successful, came from another network marketing companies I see here. And some people, I sit with the gentleman last night, he said, I'm looking at it. I said, at what? He said, I'm looking at it. I said, look at me. We're sitting, I think, talking. I mean, I don't understand. Looking at what? People, when they don't know how to make decisions, they come up with creativity, answers with no logic. 90% of objection based on emotion. 10% based on logic. And any objection you hear doesn't make any sense. I mean, you could give me any objection. Is this multi-level? Answer a question with a question. Why? Have you done multi-level before? No. Okay, so what do you know about it? Well, I heard my neighbor, Kathy, bought some, shampoo and stuff. And she put it in her garage and she didn't sell it. She lost her money. I said, let me ask you a question. If you have a multi-million-dollar company, would you hire Kathy to run it for you? He said, no. I said, then why do you make a decision based on Kathy's decision? She likes to collect. I mean, why do you make a decision based on somebody else? And people make decisions just because. I mean, this is just an industry. It's a people business. It could be good. It could be bad. I mean, most of the people come and raise these questions without any common sense. Without any common sense. I had a security company in Chicago, and I used to have accounts in a bad neighborhood. I mean, people with guns all the time, they're shooting each other. So that was the best market for me, because I was selling camera system, security system. Every time a bullet was going there, I made money. I mean, when the Chicago Bulls won the championship, they have the right and they broke everything. That was the busiest time for us. So my brother tells me, you're working in a bad, dangerous areas. You got to sell your business, do something else. I say, okay. So after I was introduced to network marketing, I say, I'm going to sell my business and I'm going to do network marketing full time. So I went to my brother and I told him. He said, great, that's great news. I'm happy for. Finally, you're listening. You're going to sell your business. But what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to do network marketing. And my brother has a PhD. He teaches at the University of Minnesota. He teaches international business and sociology. And he told me, no, don't do it. So what do you mean? It's okay to go and get shot at or get killed. It's safer than network marketing. So my brother decided to have a dinner, and I called it the Dinner of the Minds. He invited all the PhD in his school, the PhD of economics, PhD of philosophy, PhD of whatever, and he brought all of them, and he invited me to dinner, and I sat with them. And when I sat with them, they were prepared to tell me this is the biggest mistake in my life. I'm making a big mistake. It's a huge mistake. You don't understand. You have this business is doing good. You got to stop it, and you cannot sell it. And I'm just listening to these guys, and I'm trying to argue with them. But these guys, one guy wrote 3 books. This guy wrote 5 books. They all PhD. They teach companies. They tell people how to be financially free. They teach companies how to go on and finish college and have a job. And I listen to these people, and while I'm listening, I was right in front of the window. I looked and I saw their cars. They were very, 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 very bad cars. And I thought maybe I should not judge them by their car. This is not nice, you know. Why would I say, you know, their cars, this is not good, you know. So I better be quiet. So I just listened to them more and more. And then they finished with me. After they finished with me, they start complaining about their jobs, about their hours, about their benefit, about, you know, all the funding they're getting for the university is getting cut. I mean, they start complaining about everything. And then I look at their cars again, and I look at them again. One guy has a suit with a nice suit, so with the tennis shoes, and he's sitting there. I still remember him, and his car is sitting there, and he's telling me not to do it. So I told them, listen, I have two choices here. Either to be smart, like you guys, and genius, and a broke, or I could be stupid and rich. So I decided to be stupid and rich. I don't want to be genius and just write books, you know. And you're going to hear a lot of people who just write books and tell you what to do. And, you know, even the people who write about this business, to me, if you're so good at it, why don't you do it? If you're so good at something, why do you just go and write a book and sell a book? Just go and do it and lead by example and show people how to get there. Lead by example. That's the right way to do it, not by just preaching. We have an opportunity here for you. An opportunity can change the world. You see all the people here who are coming to share this vision with us. I mean, if I tell you this 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if I would have met you and say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mohammed, I'm from Iraq, and I do multi-level marketing. And it doesn't get any worse than that. Mohammed is 9/11. Iraq is the war. And multi-level reputation worse than both of them. And I say, I have an opportunity to share with you. And you know what? We're going to talk with Alan. We're going to have a major motion picture. We're going to have a doctor program. We have, you know, I'm going to be partner with Automated Healthcare Solution, $1 billion company with Dr. Zimmerman, who's going to bring all the non-profit organization. And we're going to bring Dr. Julian Bell, you know, my friend Willie Goltz, all of you coming from everywhere. You know, everybody will say to me, you're crazy. And when I hear crazy, I feel good. When you hear no, that means it's good. Because if everybody doing it, think about it, we wouldn't be here. Everybody's opening coffee shops. Do you think a coffee shop is a good business opportunity? I mean, think about it. People, I tell them, or I tell these people who have the mentality of the turning off mentality, you give them an opportunity and they turn it off. That's all they know. Instead of turning it on and taking advantage of opportunity. Nobody ever shared with me an opportunity. Nobody ever came and shared something with me. Even when even Amway never approached me. They say, this guy probably cannot speak English. You know, he look weird. What the hell are we going to need him for? Nobody ever approached me. I was gambling in a casino in Minneapolis. And this 55 years old was blowing smoke on my face. And I said, ma'am, please change the direction of your smoke. I can't even see my blackjack. She started talking to me about these pills, and they do this, and then her daughters and her husband came, and they start giving me all of this product. I take it, feels good. You want to sell it? How do I sell it? Well, I could take it overseas. No, this is different. You need to come with us to Dallas. That's where the company hit. So I go to Dallas. I sit in Dallas and I see lots of people sitting, doctor, business people, lawyer, and an extract driver giving them a speech about how to be financially free. there's something is wrong with the system. If an ex-truck driver, a high school dropout, figured it out, and he's living in the replica of the White House, that's what he did. He became his own president. And he's he's financially free. And he's teaching everybody. Nobody ever teach kids how to be entrepreneur. When you ask kids today, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be like Willie, maybe. I want to be like an artist. I want to be a singer. But nobody can tell I want to be an entrepreneur. No kids will tell you that. And then when their kids go to where? They go to college, they train them to have a job. And corporate America give them so much money to these universities so they could graduate these students for a new job and lay off the older people. I have a friend who first got fired, second got laid off, third he got right size, fourth he got some other word like right size, I forgot. But what's downsize, right size. But it's already, they're just telling you to get the hell out. That's what they really. I mean, to me, I don't have a dictionary to translate all of these words. We were in Tucson just Thursday night, and I landed in Tucson, and this gentleman, Jareou, who has one of the biggest pharmaceutical packaging facilities, he came here, and he is so excited. He called me, and he said, "You messed me up." I said, "Why?" He said, "I wake up every day at 4:30 in the morning. I'm so excited." Now, this guy has $20 million cash in the bank, and he's so excited about this opportunity. So if you don't have $20 million in the bank, you need to ask your question. And so we are driving in Tucson, me and Dr. Zimmerman and Jerry, and I look, he says, "So how you like Tucson?" It's a desert. I said, "It's a cross between Mexico and Saudi Arabia." Except there are no roadblocks and no guns. So we go there in the hotel, we have 200 people who are coming to listen to this opportunity. I know that you're here for a reason. I know that you and us could do miracles. I know that we could change people's lives. But are you willing not just to do it? A lot of people say we do it. Are you willing to take it to the next level, higher and higher? No limitation. No limitation. You only limit yourself. It's in your imagination. That's what Dr. Zimmerman said better than me. But if you want to limit yourself, it's in your mind, but you're not going to limit me. I asked a guy, he asked me, "Do you think I'm going to make 100,000 in this business?" I said, "What do you think?" He said, "I think so." I said, "I think so too." He said, No. "Do you think I'm going to make 100,000? I said, "What do you think?" He said, "I hope so." I said, "I hope so too." He said, "No, come on, man. I mean, can I make 100,000? I said, "Come on, man. Can you make 100,000? You only have to believe in it. I can't decide for you. You have to start here. Can you?" He said, "I hope so." I said, "Hope is a doubt. Hope is a doubt. If you hope, you can keep hoping. But if you decide to do something, there's no hope. It's done. Hope is behind. You got what you want." So for coming here, for sharing this opportunity, for taking this message, always remember, my name is Mohammed. I'm from Iraq, and I do multi-level marketing. And it doesn't get any worse. If I can do it, why can't you? I just want to listen to any objection. If I want to know, if you're not happy where you are today, what are you going to do about it? Tell me the last time somebody came and told you I have something to change your life. Tell me when was the last time somebody came to you and tried to help you out. Nobody. We're creating this system because we know if we help you, we're helping ourselves. We know if you're successful, we are successful. But it starts with you before it comes to us. And the more people you help, the more successful you are, the more successful we are. You are in a position to change people's life forever. You are in the beginning of an early stage. Do you want to be now or 1 million people later? Do you want to be now in or 2 million people later? Or 3 million people later? Don't say what if, because the ifs will stay in your life forever. If is not the answer. It's one decision you could make. Just like when I made decision when I was gambling in a casino. I changed my life and I changed a lot of other people's life. When I came here, nobody told me I had a chance. Everybody looked at me and said, you're lucky if you get a job. You're lucky if you do this. And even when I started this business, people told me, listen, you need to bring some good speaker to help you out. You have an accent. I mean, this is true, you know, and you just cannot talk in front of people. And you need to bring some professional, motivational speaker. And what's the motivational speaker going to do? Motivate us. And what's going to happen when we leave? We're going to meet another person to dismotivate us. It takes one person to motivate, one another to dismotivate. But here, yes, you're getting motivation, but you leave with tools. You leave with system. You leave with infrastructure. You leave with something that you can share with people. I always believe that everyone, no matter what you do, you should have a product, you can share it with anybody, anywhere, any place, anytime. I mean, I made so much business in airplanes, sitting and flying. I made so much business in coffee shop, a restaurant. I meet people all over. And I share with them an opportunity. And how this thing happened. It's because of the belief system I have. It's because I have no limitation. Because I escaped the fear of Saddam Hussein. And when I escaped that fear, I liberated myself from everything. There is no limitation. Can you liberate yourself? No matter what you need to do, just do it. No matter what you have, just do it. Whether you have $100 million and you don't need money, but can you help everybody? With this, you can. A lot of people ask you for your help, and you have nothing to share with them except sorry. And sorry is not good enough. For me, somebody asks me for help, I show them this business. And if they don't want to do it, then it's their problem. And if they do it, then they're free. I talk about freedom. Freedom is the most underutilized word, or this word is not being respected enough in this country. I tell people here in this country, you do not appreciate what you have. You do not appreciate the life and the choices you have. And if you have not been overseas, you need to travel around the world. You need to travel and see how other people live. Freedom, people come from all over the world to come here, not to be millionaires. First thing they want to do is to have the freedom. That's the number one choice. And you're sitting with the freedom here. And all the choices in the world. And people are still crying and complaining. People are still crying and going every day for a job. They wake up. One time I had a ticket for a speeding ticket, and I had to wake up early, which I usually don't. And I get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to the court downtown Chicago. I'm on the highway, and I'm looking at all this traffic. It's crazy. I mean, nobody can move. I see this lady. She's doing her makeup in the car. I look at this guy. He's doing his teeth. I mean, and they're all sad, and their faces all messed up, and everybody complaining, and they hate, and somebody smoking, and they all like they don't want to be there. But they're still going. And I don't understand this. I mean, they hate what they do, and then they go to work. And then when they come back, they start screaming and saying bad things about their boss, about their job, about their business. And then they go back again in the morning, and they brush their teeth in the car. They do their makeup, and they do the same thing. And they spend life like this every day. Every day. Until age 50 or 60, even the toothbrush gets broken. They need a new one. Everything gets tired after a while, but people have this adaptivity. They adapt to things, even if it's so bad. It's amazing. And that tells you about the power of the mind. The power of the mind, you could do the opposite with it. You could do the opposite. When I came to this country, there were people who came with me. They had the same choices, the same problems I had, and they still complaining, a lot of them. And some of them not, because of decision we made. So we want to know, we have your email address, we have your phone number, and we have your name. If you don't do it, we're going to call you and tease the hell out of you. Every time we have somebody win a Mercedes, we're going to send you the picture. If you're going to do it, we just don't want you to do it. You need to do it beyond what you have done before. You need to challenge yourself. You need to look at me and say, if this guy can do it, we could do it. You need to look at me and say, if this guy can come to our country and learn our language, learn our culture, and stand up here with his funny accent telling us what to do, what's wrong with us? You need to tell this to all our friends and family and relatives. You need to tell this to everybody you're going to meet for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family. You owe it to everybody you're going to meet for the rest of your life to share this opportunity with. Because if you don't have this, what you going to share with? What if? I used to do this. I have a limo driver who come and pick me up from my house when I travel. This guy come, his name is Nick. He come and he's a nice guy. He's about 4 years old. He's been driving a limo for 15 years. So he asked me, what do you do? He said, I'm working to start this new company. He said, what's this new company? Well, I'm making this drink, juice. And he said, juice? I said, yeah. How are you going to sell it? I said, well, we do network marketing. Oh, this doesn't work. And then I go back, he brings me back and forth. Finally, he said, maybe I should come and listen. But let me talk to my friend. His name is Shah. And Shah is older man, older than him. And he's his mentor. So he asked Shah, and Shah told him, no, this doesn't work. So I'm talking to this guy, and he complained to me about his life and what he does. One day I came late, he couldn't pick me up, so Shah came as a replacement. And Shah came, and when he sat in the car, he told me, sir, I was a very successful man. I said, that's a good start. I was. What did you do? Oh, everything. I was a number one in the furniture business. I did the pancake. I had a pancake house. I did this, I did that. And I'm very good. I'm the best in this. But no luck. That's why I'm driving a limo. So this guy, he's the best in everything, but he convinced himself the only bad thing he has is luck. I said, well, your luck has changed today, Shah. You met me, and I want to change your luck. So I need to talk to you about this business opportunity so you don't think about the bad luck anymore. He said, what's this business opportunity? I heard from Nick, and he explained to me. I said, no, but I've been in those before, and they never work, and I've done this, I've done this. And he kept preaching to me. I said, Shah, why don't you stop and let me drive and come in the back here? Well, he said, what do you mean? I said, you know everything. Why don't you stop and wake up, man? I mean, you complaining about your life every time I see you. Your friend, everybody. And now you want to teach me what to do? You want to be in my shoes or you want me to be in your shoes, Shah? And I have to be this aggressive with him because I'm trying to help him. This guy needs a wake-up call. So you're going to meet people who think they are the best, but they always have an excuse for them to be where they are. There's no excuses. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. And with us, that's why when I started the company, new beginning, unlimited possibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mohammed. I'm from Iraq, and I do multi-level marketing. Thank you very much.